Peace and blessings. In this video, what we're going to go over is how to protect your financial interest in your home from the bank stealing it. And of course, this video is sponsored by TrueWealthSociety.com. Now, most homeowners, they think if they don't have equity, that they don't have any interest in their homes. And the courts have begged to differ with you on this perspective. If you've only been living in your home, say, for the past year, you have a minimum of an $80,000 interest in your home. And now this is not even including any closing costs, down payments, or any mortgage payments that you've paid during that year. And if, of course, you've been living in your home less than 12 months, then you would just take the $80,000 figure, divide it into 12, and you would get what the minimum monthly interest that you have in that property. Now, we all know that there's lots of foreclosure scams, lots of wrongful foreclosure that's been sweeping the country. A lot of people that I know personally, because I've been helping people, have been wronged due to wrongful foreclosures and the banks and mortgage companies committing fraud. This is actually from the Housing and Urban Development website. And this happened earlier this year, where basically they came to terms of a $25 billion agreement with 5 of the largest mortgage servicers to address mortgage loan servicing and foreclosure abuses. Now, of course, they don't say fraud, they just say abuses. Now, this did not trickle down to the homeowners, in my opinion, the way that it should have. In fact, it really, when you broke the numbers down, I think it came out to about maybe $1,000 to $1,500 that individuals who suffer foreclosure with these 5 largest banks, what they actually received, which is a pittance and ridiculous and pitiful, in my opinion. Now, even if you're not dealing with the foreclosure and you're not currently in default or anything like that on your mortgage, this is something that you'll still want to pay attention to and watch this entire video, because what I'm about to share with you can really assist anyone, regardless to, if they're in default or not. Because if you have a mortgage, then you need to secure your interest in your property, just as an insurance protection for yourself in the event that something does happen down the road. I'm sure most people that have gone through foreclosure and lost their home, they didn't plan on losing their home and going through, that fiasco. But at any rate, it happened. So basically, if you watch any of my videos and have listened to any of our study calls, then you'll know that I'm really, really big assisting people to help to stop the foreclosure fraud. It's just rampant across the country. A lot of homeowners are, just in a bad situation already. If they've gotten into a foreclosure situation, they probably lost their job, maybe going through a divorce, medical situation. We just never know the situation that's taking place that causes someone to go into default. And then the icing on the cake is, when the banks and mortgage companies come in and run right over them, with the judges allowing it to happen and stealing their property from right underneath them. And they have no recourse, and they're left with absolutely zero. So, this is a strategy that one can utilize to actually protect themselves in the event that they happen to go through a foreclosure, or in the event that their mortgage is actually sold to another investor. Now, for years, the way that the mortgage companies operate and the banks, they pretty much make it known in the public that they have a financial interest in our property. And the way that they do that is they record a lien down at the county recorder's office. It's either your trust deed, your mortgage note, or your security deed that shows the amount of their financial interest in our property. Now, never mind that when we signed the promissory note was fractionalized and actually monetized times 10, and a tenth of that was actually loaned back to us by way of our own signature. So never mind that. We're not even going to discuss that point, even though that we know that this is truth and fact and it's been proven. So, and then on top of that, it's possible that your mortgage has been satisfied a couple of times, I'm sure, just by being sold and being sold to other investors and so forth. So never mind all of that. And never mind the equity that you may have in your property if you're so lucky to be in a situation where you actually have equity, because a lot of people are upside down right now. So if you have equity, consider yourself one of the lucky ones, one of the blessed ones. So never mind all of that. What I strictly want to discuss, and the strategy that we're going to discuss, is to claim your financial interest, meaning the amount of money that you have put into your property. Because the banks are claiming their interest with this lien and so forth that they have recorded against your property. So why aren't we as homeowners claiming our interest by way of the monies that we have put into the property? Okay? So this is the strategy. By filing an affidavit with your county recorder and tying that to your property, and this is an affidavit of property interest, and tying that to your property, what you're doing is you are putting on the public record your claim as well. Now, the structure of the affidavit is really very simple. Basically, what you're going to do, and this is just a suggestion, I'm not telling anyone to do anything. This is a suggestion. If you decide to follow it, then fine. If you decide not to follow it, then fine. So, the affidavit basically is constructed with totaling up the amount of payments, mortgage payments that you've paid from when the first payment started to present day, your closing costs, your down payment, any additions that you've added to the property, maintenance, lawn care, cleaning services, painting, and all of that totaled up. And that is the amount of your financial interest in your property. So basically what you'll do is you'll construct this in the form of an affidavit, and you will get your affidavit notarized. You can do that with your local banker. You can do that with whomever you know that's a notary, who's an officer of the court. Then they can notarize your affidavit for you. Now, to go a step further, what I would recommend is to, in addition to just having it notarized, I would have the notary certified, and you can also do that at the county recorder's office as well. You may have to ask some questions if you're not familiar with this process, but basically down at the county recorder, just ask them, where would I go to get a notary in this particular county certified, and they'll tell you where to go. And then even another step above that, I would have the document apostille. And I'm going to explain to you why I'm doing all of this here in a second. However, an apostille is basically where you would go down to your Secretary of State and you would ask them to authenticate the notary. And that's the highest form of authentication that you can get within your state. And basically what that does is that allows you now to, and an apostille is basically, it's formulated from the Convention de la Haye. And the apostille, everyone that's a part of that Convention de la Haye, all of the different nations, have agreed to the fact that if we see an apostille on a document, that we know that this particular document can enter into our jurisdiction. So my thought process on that is because I am foreign to the court systems of the United States, I'm foreign because of my personal status. If I have to litigate this issue in their court system, my document has been apostilled as to be able to bring that as evidence. Okay? So, once that's been done, then what you'll want to do is go down to your county recorder and you'll want to have them to file this affidavit and record this affidavit against your property. Now, what you see here on the screen is you'll see United States Code Title 18, Chapter 101, Section 2071. This is basically to protect you or to protect the clerk that may possibly refuse to file your documents. Lots of clerks out there are committing fraud, they're committing felonies, and they are refusing to record these documents when people are going in to have them recorded. So this is something that you can print off, you can take it down there with you, and you can, just be nice and kind and show the clerk, look, you're committing a felony by refusing to record this document. And I don't want to push the matter and, have you relieved from your duties, but, if I must, then I must. But this is an important matter, and I need to have this document recorded now. So, and I'm demanding that you file it and record it on demand. And that's the wording that I would use. So, it may not be a situation with you, but there's just different counties around the country that people are having issues. So, you may need to have that as your ace in the hole, so to speak. So anyways, there's also, if you're needing help or you need the full affidavit or what have you, like I said, it's very simple. You just total up everything. Make sure that you have all of your invoices and everything to substantiate your claim, your interest claim, and put all of that together and keep that in a safe place wherever you keep your important documents concerning your home and your mortgage and so forth. Because if you need to litigate this matter, then you're going to need to have all of that documentation. If you're not familiar with filling out affidavits or constructing affidavits, you can go to truewealthsociety.com. You can pick up our basic educational package that includes this document as well as a library of documents and over 3 hours of education that will assist you in correcting your status and operating in the jurisdiction that's going to offer you the best benefits as we operate in commerce and so forth. So that's something that you can consider. So now, how does this affidavit now help you? Okay? Say, for instance, you have a notice of default and you're going through a foreclosure. Well, your counterclaim is going to be, and could be, one of many, but This one that we're dealing with here particularly is your financial interest in the property. So what you're basically saying is you're saying, okay, look, Judge, I know I violated the contract. I didn't do what I said I was going to do within the contract. And I'm not even talking about all the other points that you could bring up as far as your defense in the foreclosure. I'm just strictly talking about this particular point right here with your financial interest that you have invested in the property. So your counterclaim is coming back and saying, look, I have a public notice of my financial interest in this property, which is X amount of dollars. So if they're going to take the property and take the home and so forth and kick me out, then we need to settle the matter of my financial interest in this property. So basically, I need a check for whatever that amount is that you filed. Now this brings up a dispute. So now there is a dispute, because normally there is no dispute. The homeowner doesn't have any evidence of any interest in the property. It's just an open and shut case. And so they say, hey, you violated the contract. We're going to take your home. When you closed on the documents, you gave us power of attorney to kick you out if you violated the contract. So here we are, and we're kicking you out. And it's an open and shut case. Well, now it's not an open and shut case. And you have a claim yourself that you're putting on the table, and you're disputing. So now this has to be settled. Okay? It may not be that you're going to get full value of your interest. It may be a negotiation. They may recant the foreclosure. They may do a number of things, but now you have a bargaining chip that you're bringing and you're putting on the table in case you're ever in that situation where you have to deal with the foreclosure action. Also, if you're past the foreclosure action and you're at the point of an unlawful detainer action, this can still be brought up as a counterclaim. Okay? It can be brought up if it's been within 3 years and you had a foreclosure within the past 3 years, this can still be brought up. Okay? So that's something to consider. Now, for individuals that are interested in taking this strategy a little bit further and basically protecting your equity, protecting your financial interest, and actually being able to do everything very easily and very quickly with my help. What I did, because I've been showing people how to do this, people that are facing foreclosure, people that are not facing foreclosure but have a lot of equity or what have you, I've been showing them how to do this. And because I've gotten a lot of requests or calls and emails for other people that are wanting this information, I decided to put all of the information into the form of a course. And basically where I'm walking you through exactly how to protect your interest and how to protect your equity. And the name of that course is Protect Your Financial Interest in Your Home from the Bank, IRS, Lawsuit Happy People, and even divorce. The course is actually delivered on a CD format along with all the documents that you need. Okay? And these documents can be modified and edited however you see fit. But you have the documents so that you can implement your protection plan. And the course, like I said, is actually physically mailed to you to the address that you give to me. So it's a physical course. It's on CD format. And the documents are in Word document and also PDF document. Now, get this. I actually spoke with a lawyer, and I shared with him the strategy that I'm using to help people. And he said if it were him, he would charge no less than $4,000 to $5,000 for the information. And you know what I said to him? I said, and you guys wonder why people hate you. Because it's not necessary to charge that amount of money, but that's what, if you were to go to an attorney, a lawyer, that's what your bill would be for this information I'm going to share with you. And don't worry, I'm not charging anywhere near that amount of money. So what will you gain and learn from the course? Well, first and foremost, you're going to learn how to properly construct your affidavit of interest, tying the bank's hands. They cannot get out of this the way that I have it structured. And you'll know exactly how to do that because you'll have the document right there in front of you. The next thing is you'll learn how to get the mortgage company or the bank's agreement in writing to pay your financial interest to you in the event of a foreclosure or if they sell your mortgage to another investor. You know how they have a due on sale clause for us? Well, I'm going to show you how to put a due on sale clause to them. You're also going to know exactly how to protect any and all of your equity from any type of judgment, including lawsuits. And like I said, that's if you're one of the lucky ones that have equity. And next, you're going to learn how to protect your financial interest in your home from any creditor, including the IRS or a pissed off divorced spouse. You'll know how to protect yourself. You're also going to learn how to lawfully, step-by-step, foreclose on the mortgage company or the bank when your home financial interest is due. So, you have, let's fast forward. You have all the protection in place. You followed the course and you have everything in place. So now, say for instance, I don't know, you get into some financial trouble, you may lose your job, your income gets reduced or whatever, and you go through a foreclosure. Okay, so now you have this protection in place. You have your counterclaim and everything in place, and you have your judgment for X amount of dollars for your financial interest. Well, just having the judgment is not enough. You want to collect on it. Okay, so basically, in this particular portion of the course, I'm going to show you how to lawfully foreclose on it. So when it's due, and you send them an invoice that you get paid. And then the next thing is also in that same scenario, if you're in a foreclosure action, I'm going to provide for you a sample counterclaim lawsuit that will walk you step by step in collecting the home financial interest claim. So you'll have a step-by-step sample lawsuit, of course, that you can edit, add to, take away, whatever you need to do to fit your particular situation. And again, like I said, when I shared this strategy with a lawyer, they said that they would charge no less than $4,000 to $5,000, and I just think it's ridiculous. You don't have to charge that much money. So the total value of the course is over $499. And again, I'm not even charging anywhere near that amount. Okay. So again, you're going to learn how to properly construct your affidavit. Okay. So your affidavit is going to tie the hands of the bank. Period. They're tied. Next thing is you'll have their agreement in writing to pay your financial interest in the event that you go through a foreclosure or they sell your mortgage. Also, how to protect any and all of your equity from any type of judgment or lawsuit. How to protect your financial interest in your home from any creditor, including the IRS. Okay? Some people, they have IRS issues, and IRS attacks their home, and they slap a lien against it. Okay? Well, I'm going to show you how to protect that so it doesn't happen. Also, protection from divorce. Also, how to lawfully step-by-step foreclose on a mortgage company. Again, they foreclose on us. I'm going to show you how to foreclose on them. Also, a sample counterclaim lawsuit that walks you step-by-step in collecting your home financial interest claim. So again, the total course value is over $499, but you're not going to pay that amount. There's also some bonuses that I wanted to include. And basically, this goes over and above the course information, but this is just really good faith on my part to help you and help as many people as I can. So there are some bonuses. The first bonus is there will be a 30-minute phone consultation with you. And you can actually use that phone consultation, that voucher, you can use it anywhere within 90 days. And that's a $100 value. Normally charge $200 an hour for phone consultation. You get 30 minutes for free. And I give you a 90-day voucher so that you can go through the course materials and everything like that and formulate any questions that you may have, so that when we speak, you can speak intelligently about the information and what you've learned, and then what your questions may be pertaining to your specific situation. The next bonus, now this is for just the first 20 people. Of course, you'll see here why I can't do it for everybody. But for the first 20 people that order, you'll receive a full-blown mortgage analysis on your mortgage documents and your closing documents to uncover any fraud, and also to give you a basis to litigate against your lender if you choose to do that. Because 10 out of 10 mortgage analysis that I do for clients and homeowners, 10 out of 10 have at least 4 to 5 different elements of fraud at a minimum. At a minimum. Okay? Now this voucher, you'll have a full year to cash in on this voucher, so that anytime within the next 365 days you can cash in on this voucher. But again, this is only for the first 20 people that order. And basically you will know that you have a voucher because you will receive notification that you're one of the first 20 people, and you'll receive that voucher information, so that when you're ready to use it over the next year, then you can use it. And this service is a $499 value. You can see on truewealthsociety.com/mortgage analysis where that is the amount that I charge for a full-blown mortgage analysis. The next bonus is you'll receive all of the corresponding documents to assist you in setting up your protection plan. And in my opinion, that's priceless because you're not left in the dark. You'll have the documents there that you can edit, modify as you see fit. And then also you'll have 90 days of free VIP email support. And I believe that that's priceless as well, because you're probably going to run into something whereby you have a question as you're going through and you're setting this up for yourself. And you'll have 90 days of free VIP email support. And I say VIP is because we've set up a separate email account just for you, for those people that purchase this course. And so it goes into a special email account, and so that's why it's VIP email support. And last but certainly not least, when you order, one of the bonuses is you will receive a True Wealth Society Basic Educational Membership. And that is a membership whereby it teaches you how to properly put your status in proper perspective and operate in the jurisdiction and commerce that's going to afford you the better benefits. And it's over 3 hours of video content. There's a library of documents, and we also have monthly members-only calls for our members as well. So if you totaled everything up, the total value that you will receive, and this is real world, real life value that you're receiving, is $1,098 worth of value. And like I said, you won't pay anywhere near that amount for the course information. So if you're interested in ordering it, then what you will do, if you're not currently at the True Wealth Society website, then you'll need to go there. So you'll go to truewealthsociety.com/protect my home interest. Again, truewealthsociety.com/protect my home interest. And what you'll do is you'll click on the Order Now button on the website, and that will take you to pricing and also ordering instructions. So just remember, first 20 people get the mortgage analysis. I can't do it for more people than that because I'm doing it personally, and so it's really, really time consuming, as it's about up to 10 hours that I put into research for each client. Okay, so there you go. If you're interested, again, truewealthsociety.com/protect my home interest. So thanks a lot for watching, and I look forward to helping you even further. Take care.